cleanse real quick. So, you wanted a love reading, right? Is there any specific love questions you had, just so I can keep them in mind? Is there any specific questions you had, or did you want me to put cards on it? But if you have specific questions, it'll help me answer your questions better, or your doubts. I feel like you're doubting your girlfriend or something like that. Your baby's mom. Let me guess, is she cheating? Just put card. Alright, cool. Beautiful angels of spirit guides, cleanse these cards. And then you're doing a love reading for Ismail. My baby mom, yep, I already knew. For Ismail, right? See, what love got in store for him and his baby's mom. Ooh, I feel a little tension between you guys. I can feel it right here. You guys are getting through maybe a little bit of stressful. I don't know if it's arguments or what, but there's some tension there. Israel. We would get a card with love. King Cups. Yep, this is all makes sense now, boy. So, you're trying to maybe fill your void in you, or fill the void between you and your baby's mama, and the tension's there. I can feel it's giving me a headache right here, but ain't no thing, you know what I'm saying? Something with the gummy. Are you a devotee, or are you just one reading? But anyways, so I feel tension. This card is like seeking personal closure, seeking something between you and your baby's mom, where you want to figure out a situation, or figure out something between you and your baby's mom. And I feel like it's more of maybe a toxic kind of vibe with you. I don't know if you're fighting over your child, or you're fighting anything, but seeking something. It might be a certain situation where you need to seek that closure between you both, because it's creating tension. But I also got this card. Ace of Cups. Love, compassion. The new feelings can arise, like overcoming the situation that you're in. New feelings are going to arise of maybe building more stronger bonds. Hot and cold energy, yeah. But it's building a lot of tension. Do you ever feel like tense in the back of your neck or your shoulders from so much tension? It's a negative energy switching back and forth. Or your baby mama might be having like neck issues, or like shoulders, like always like this. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel that. I feel that energy. And that's a lot of negative energy. Hold up. You and your baby mom might need a cleansing. It doesn't have to be with me, but do a limpia con la huevo, or do a white candle, rub it from head to toe, and be like, cleanse me, whoever you bring. Yeah, so the aches, that's negative energy. It could be witchcraft. Someone could be doing witchcraft on your relationship. We can find out. But if it's not witchcraft, it can be spiritual energy, negative energy just built up between you guys. Negative energy between you guys, just bickering and going back and forth. All that. But I feel like you guys can get through this. So you guys need that closure first. And you guys both need to find that closure with a situation or the toxic energy. Then you're gonna promote those feelings, a new compassion, creativity, be like a breath of fresh air. Like that weight is off your shoulders. You guys feel tense, just, and then the weight just, like new breath of fresh air between you guys. Okay, let's start from here and move forward. You know what I mean? We already got through that. We don't need this in our life. We don't need that person in our life. This tension is irrelevant. We get this out of here. Why are we arguing? There's no reason to arguing. You know what I mean? Let's get to a place where it's not back and forth roller coasters. Let's get to a place where we're loving each other and we can work and build our family. You know what I mean? What's up, Star Luna? So that's what kind of feeling. But you have to put in the work. But I do feel like you need a cleanse. A limpia de huevo, or a limpia cleanse, or even a black blockage removal, etc. I can feel the aches right here. There's the aches right there. But yeah. It is going to take some work, though. Like, I feel it's going to take some work. So King of Cups is emotionally balanced. This is the card that's saying you guys are going to have to come to a compromise. You guys are going to have to come to agreement. Maybe something you don't like about the situation, or her doing something, you're going to have to accept it, or she's going to have to change it. And then same with you. Oh, man, what happened to my connection? I have all bars, bro. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, you see me? Saying reconnecting. Oh, they just hacked my shit. They just hacked my shit and switched my VPN. I bet you my screen recording is gonna be messed up. But anyways, oh yeah, so this is emotionally balanced. This is emotionally balanced right now. Emotionally balanced compassion, right? This is finding a mutual ground. Like I said, compromise is always good. Finding a mutual ground. Whether you guys have to compromise in certain situations, certain things said, you guys are going to have to find compromise, right? The compromise. So don't hold on to that negative energy of the past. Boom. Get rid of that and find a compromise with communication with her. And be like, why are we arguing all the time? Why, find a good time to talk to her. Be like, we need to better our relationship. Even if you guys not gonna be together, or you guys want to be together, you still have to better your relationship for your child, right? Your baby's mom. You should have a good relationship with her so you can better your parenting skills, right? But I'm feeling emotional balance from you. So this is kind of like a past, present, and future reading. So it's kind of telling me that tension, you need that. The past and present is saying you need that closure. That thing, right? The present's kind of saying that love, compassion's there. Like, you just need to fix that thing about you and your baby's mom. And then the other one is finding that balance of emotional balance between you guys, so you guys are not bickering up and down. But we'll pull more cards right now. I think it's going to give me the same type of message, but we'll see here. Lack of commitment. So it's just kind of like, are you committed to listen to advice and making it better? This can be on both sides. Are you going to put in the work that you need to do to build that good communication? Because even sometimes when we speak good communication, the other person is not receptive to it and doesn't want to hear it. Oh, you're just bickering. Be like, hey, hear me out. You know what I mean? Let's talk this out, whatever. But that's what I'm feeling like. You need to put that commitment in there. Like, put it forward and fix that relationship, right? Lack of inner joy. This may be causing you chaos. Or I feel like your baby mama gets a lot of chaos inside. I feel like she has pain in her, that she holds resentment, and it's the pain that's kind of bringing this outer feeling of sadness, and then she projects it in anger and bickering. So I don't know if you did something to her, or she holds resentment at you for something, but I feel it like heavy on the chest, and I feel like maybe she wants to cry, or she has a sadness in her or something to that nature. But find a compromise with her. Like I said, heal that part. I'm gonna pull some complimentary cards. Yeah, that could be resentment and repression, bro. Find a good time to talk to her. Open her up and sit down. Be like, we need to talk, or we need. Sometimes people will get stressed out. We need to talk, and then they'll get all stressed out. So probably don't say that like that, but be like, hey, you know what I mean? Let's figure something out or something like that. You know. See what something Muerto got to say. Are you a devotee? Ooh, the shadow card. Take some water. I'm thirsty. Excuse me. Talking a lot makes my mouth dry. Okay, you're just starting out. If you have any questions in the future about building your devotion with Santa Muerte, you can feel free to message me, bro. I help people. I am gonna do a Santa Muerte class on Zoom. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Uh, but yeah. So that's probably the wrong reason you should go into devotion. Go into devotion trying to find a better you, a better connection with her, and then things that you want will come naturally, right? But do the devotion and the connection with her for the right reasons and not the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? Elevate yourself with her and not just want to receive things that you want. You know what I mean? But anyways, this was Huitz Seat La Potli. Better connection, yeah. Build a relationship with her. Things will come, you know what I mean? God of the sun and of war, simultaneously benevolent but strict. In fact, just as the sun consents life on earth, in excess it can burn and kill. He can be considered sublimated form of light card, powerful and generous, but lethal if like the little human hummingbird that flies too near it, we do not keep the right distance from it, or if we exceed in arrogance and presumptuousness. The advice of the dead: proceed calmly along the path you have chosen, but without presumption towards the first goals you see in the light. Otherwise, the shadows you meet on your path will seem like darkened wells. So this is kind of telling me, come calmly at your baby mama, right? I want to get it. I want to get a Santa Muerte tattoo too. Beautiful. I did most of my own tattoos, but anyways, this is telling me to come lightly. Like, when you push too hard, people get defensive. People break down or pull back. So come with the right energy towards your baby's mama, the strategical energy where you feel good, she's feel good, and you open her up to talk to her, right? And communicate in your boundaries and respect and all those good things. So don't be too pushy, but don't be not pushing enough. Make sure you come, giving her space, but at the same time, at the right time that you feel your intuition is telling you, be like, hey, you know what I mean? Let's figure something out. Or you know what I mean? However you talk to her and you can open her up and talk to her in a good headspace where you guys are both good, come in that way. But don't be too pushy where like, we need to talk, or don't be less pushy and be like, hey, we need to talk, and then not push forward, So just the right amount of energy and push. Not too much, not too little. So this is the work card. This card represents the practical act after the spark lit by the previous card, birth. With awareness, we descended a second staircase to bring our act into the universe. Through constant work on ourselves, we build our future step by step, brick by brick, and we sow seeds for the harvest and for the following staircase to ascend. The advice of the dead: proceed courageously, without hesitation, working with constancy on the basis of your work. So this is kind of just, don't be too pushy, like I said in the last card, but be consistent. Every time you talk to her, try to be more positive and try to get her to be more positive. We go to church together. We do family stuff with her. So, hey, that's beautiful. Building your relationship with her to be stronger if you want her back, or if you want to just co-parent, that's a beautiful thing to do activities together. But also, your relationship needs that work, right? He's working on the house. He's building the relationship. You need to be consistent. So don't be wishy-washy, hot and cold like she is or like you are. Try to be consistent with that positive energy and that positive conversations, positive activities. Be consistent. You know what I mean? Don't fall back, don't fall off. So she can see, hey, my baby dad's working on himself. My baby's dad we have a better vibe, you know what I mean? I feel better around him. I feel more love. I feel more positivity. And she could feel that, you know what I mean? That hot and cold. Oh, he doesn't say stupid stuff sometimes that makes me mad or triggers me. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Little things that matter that could push more positive vibes, you know? So try to work on yourself, but also be consistent with positive energy you put towards her. You know what I mean? One. So this is a darkness card. This card means the co-center of creative, inspiring will of the universe that has yet to be creative, that is infinite, that no form and is not differentiated. That card represents what there was before the Big Bang, simultaneously void and full, an end and a beginning, potential and latency. All is concentrated in a single point, waiting to receive the primordial impulse to manifest itself. For the ascetic or the magus, it represents the highest peak attainable through meditation, a state of total vaciousness, a silence that can make the observer aware of the road awakening. The advice of the dead: take a moment's pause, meditate, or study as you need to understand form to give your energy and where to apply it. So this card kind of means like, it's her free weekend. I have my son this weekend. What gets me on gets me on my feet weekend? I choose to spend time with her instead of going out. That's a beautiful thing. So this is kind of like meditate what you're gonna do. Kind of plan out things a little bit, because sometimes you gotta go with the flow. I do feel like you need to go with the flow with your baby mama, the energy, the way it feels, everything. But also plan little things out in your mind. Be like, when she feels like this, I'm gonna say this, or I'm gonna try to talk to her, or I'm gonna try to elevate her, or even bring her flowers if you want to get backward or stuff like that. She chooses to go with friends. You know what I mean? Some baby mamas, you know what I mean? That's not always a bad thing. But if she's going out every weekend, I mean, that could look bad. But if she is being a good mother the majority of the time, and then she has a free weekend, and she wants to get out and get stressed, I mean, look at it that way. Don't be too controlling where you're a narcissist. But, you know what I mean? But also understand her point of view. Is she being a good baby, a good mom? Is she doing her momly duties? Is she cooking, cleaning, taking care of your child all the time? Does she deserve a break out with her friends? You know, every weekend, maybe not, but most weekends, maybe. You know what I mean? Is she deserving of that? She takes care of the kid all the time. She takes care of your son or your daughter, and she just wants a break and a time out of her mommy duties, because having a kid is a big duty, right? That's all you focus on. When you have a kid, that's all you have time for. So going out every now and then is not a bad thing. Us as men, we want to control. We want to be like, hey, we don't want you out every way, being a little thought, little this, that, and that. So try to understand her point of view. You know what I mean? And not all the time be like, hey, you shouldn't go out, da 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 da. I mean, you know what I mean? You kind of get what I'm saying? But yeah, kind of plan a couple things for you guys and fix your relationship a little better. I'll pull a couple more cards. I want equal give and take, yeah. So the 100 and 100 or the 50 and 50 is a good thing, you know what I mean? It's a good thing to have. But you have to build that. If you guys already had toxic in your relationship, you guys, you know, broke up and you're co-parenting and you want to rebuild that, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some work. Like we pulled the work card earlier, and you got to build that. She has 2 other kids from previous relationships. She stresses when she has all 3 boys. See? So she deserves a break. And if her break is going out, relieving some stress, having a drink, then let her do that. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, tell her, you compromise with her, and she compromises with you, right? And be like, hey, if you want to go out, I understand, you know, you take care of 3 kids, our kid, go have fun. And she's going to be like, what? He just told me to go have fun? Is he messing with me? No, be like, I'm not messing with you. I understand from that point of view that you need a break too. You're a mom. You're a full-time mom. She needs a break, you know what I mean? That's the compromise that you need to take sometimes when you're in a relationship. But she also has to make compromise too if she wants to build that relationship, equal give and take. Like you said, you want to equally, you got to compromise sometimes. Even if you don't like it, that's what compromise means. You know what I mean? Come to a agreement where, you know what I mean? Okay, she likes to go out. I'm going to accept that about her. And then she's going to accept something about you. You know what I mean? You can talk to her like that. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to see the difference. But all the time, that's a little sketchy. But, you know what I mean? Every now and then, twice a month, that's okay. But anyways, just making you think, you know what I mean? Because we always think, oh man, my baby mom always going out, da 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 da, like the streets talk, you know, like why is she always going out, you know what I mean? That's how most men think. So we gotta understand from a female perspective. I feel she only reaches out to me when she has all three boys. She's probably stressed out, and you're kind of her rock kind of type of vibe. So I got 28. My mouth's dry. I got 28. The extremely dynamic card pushes you to continue your actions, especially in the direction of a specific choice that you will see illuminated by the sun. You have obtained good results, but you must understand which direction to take them in. No work can become great, positive, and universal if one does not constantly act to bring it and spread it in the world. In case of a deadlock, it will be necessary to project oneself towards the future and understand where the present problem come from, perhaps by reconsidering the actions of the past. The advice of the dead. You have the necessary baggage on your shoulders. Remember I said the shoulder thing? To face the new adventures before you. Do not fear and proceed without giving the problems of the past too much importance. So like I said earlier, kind of, is don't hold the things in the past that you can move forward from the past. A lot of things in resentment and hot and cold bickering is usually the resentment we hold, the grudges we hold, especially females be like, oh, you used to do this, da 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 da. You always hang out with your fucking homeboys, you always do this, da da da. But we also, as men too, hold resentment too. You like, just like the going out thing. Hey, you go out all the time, da 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 da. And we like to bicker in that like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not good. Are you still here? It says you left. Are you still here? Oh, there you are. It said you went. But yeah, you know how we like to bicker sometimes. We're like, you go out all the time, you do this, that, and the other. You always want to do this. So we gotta always kind of catch ourselves and fix that. You know what I mean? The resentment, do not hold on to the past. And even tell your baby's mom that, hey, the things of the past have brought us to this point of hot and cold, of arguments and bickering, and I want to fix that. You know what I mean? And then work on it. Like, why are we bickering at each other? What's starting it? Is it my actions? Is it your actions? Is it both of us? You know what I mean? The masculine card. The first active dynamic and a creative impulses that emerges from the darkness. This second card is no less than the fundamental force of the universe. The first push towards outside, a channel of passage, both stimulating and vital, the desire to become and to evolve. This desire, however, cannot be satisfied because the energy, much like fuel outside the combustion chamber, is not yet structured, disciplined, and stable. The advice of the dead. Your abilities are at their peak, but you need to focus better on your objectives, perhaps asking for advice from a masculine or paternal figure, which I'm kind of feeling like you're asking me advice in the reading. So you're good. Like, but if you have like a partner, like a homie, or you have like a father figure, be like, hey, what should I do? But a good one that gives good advice, because you can go to a father figure or a homeboy and just get some fucked up advice, right? Be like, fuck that female, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to reach out to a manly figure to get advice, be like, what should I do? Someone who's understanding could help you. But right here, I'm helping you, try to give you advice from different perspectives, you know what I mean? So kind of, I feel like you're ready to push forward and find a equal ground with your baby's mama so you guys have a better relationship. So put into action as soon as you can, because the energy feels right. and if this feels right, like where you need to take that energy and put it into you and your baby's mama, and then find what you want, whether you want to be together, whether you want to co-parent, however you want to see it. Make sure your baby mama knows. If you want to be with your baby mama, tell her, be like, I want to be with you, let's work on this, you know what I mean? However you want to speak it to her, but let her know, so she's not just there co-parenting and going out every weekend and thinking of other guys or thinking of other things. So you get your point across and she knows, you know what I mean? So you can help build yourself up. That's if you want to be with her, or if you want to co-parent, you know what I mean? You want to be with her. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling, because you got a love reading. But express that to her. Be like, you know what I mean? We're already taking care of our child. We already got this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? Express it to her. Make sure she knows. Be like, you know what I mean? And you want to be a family, etc. So you can kind of put your what you want out there, and for you guys are on the same page. Because if she's going out every weekend and she doesn't know you want to be with her, then she's going to have fun and do whatever she wants to do, right? But if she sees you focusing and she sees you doing better, sorry, there's a spirit right here. Anyways, yeah. So she's seeing you do better. You're pushing positive. You're being more compromising. She needs to be more compromising too. You need to help her realign her energies. You know what I mean? And kind of push that. Every other weekend's not bad, homie. You know what I mean? As men like me, like I wouldn't want my female going out at all. You know what I mean? Back in the day, now I would understand more. You know what I mean? I still wouldn't like it, but I'd be like, hey, you know what I mean? She's doing all her duties. She's staying faithful. I shouldn't mind it. You know what I mean? As long as she's not doing all this other extra shit, why should it matter? She should be loyal at all times. You know what I mean? But yeah. So every other weekend ain't that bad, homie. You know what I'm saying? So kind of put that in understanding. She's a full-time mom. She has 3 boys. She needs to, go out and have a drink. And so be it. Let her, you know what I mean? Let her. And if you want to have a drink, cool. Let you too. If you don't want to have a drink and you want to just stay home and do your thing, then that's what you want to do. But don't ever be jealous if she's not doing too much bad things and she's just going out for a drink with her homegirls, There's nothing bad in that. Every now and then, someone needs to go out and have a drink, you know what I mean? But she's a full-time mom. She's, you know what I mean? Try to understand from her. She's always taking care of 3 kids. She's probably stressed out a little bit. It's probably some of the reason why she bickers at you here and there, because she's stressed the fuck out, always watching her kids. So sometimes she needs a drink, you know what I mean? Trying to understand that. But yeah, it's kind of what I'm seeing. It's more compromising coming through and that nature. Let me pull one more card for you. I feel like one more card. Most females do love attention, bro. Ain't gonna cap. Most females love attention. They always want to be the center spotlight. They always want all the sausages around them. You know what I mean? Always having multiple guys over at the pad. They like the attention. That's what it is. Attention seekers. Males and females alike. You know what I mean? That's Catlipoca, the Aztec god of smoke and mirrors. Ancient god of the night, of war and education and temptation, he is portrayed holding a mirror with which he kills his enemies, forcing them to face their contradictions and discordance. For this reason, he is governed by the archetype of chaos, but he is also capable of sacrificing himself. In fact, he lost a leg after using it to bait to attract the monster Kapakli, whose body was used to form the earth and human beings. The advice of the dead. Assess in a period of pause and meditation what needs to be sacrificed to leave the chaos you find yourself in. Will thus be able to obtain greater advantages from this new perspective. So, what did I say earlier? Compromise. This is kind of what this card means. Is finding the things that you need to sacrifice. Whether it's your ego and you trying to be controlling and be like, hey, she's going there. Take that out of your head, bro. I mean, like, okay, I kind of understand she needs to have a drink. You need to sacrifice some things and compromise. But she does have to do her sacrifice too. Maybe change her ways to once a month. You know what I mean? Every other weekend's cool, but compromise. You don't have to argue. Don't let it build an argument. Don't let it. But also sacrifice and compromise between you. Like, you know what I mean? things that need to stop so you guys can have a better relationship. My ride or die. Okay, let's see. Is his baby mom one he should be with? So, I got yes. It's one of them. I got 2 yeses and a no. So it's like a good possibility. A good possibility to so with this. So I feel like, yeah, she's possibly one you can be with, like the ride or die. But it just is going to take a lot of work. I had to channel a little bit on some spirits over here acting funky and shit. But yeah, she's possibly one. But she's not the only one you should be with. You could be with other people. There's other soulmates out there. There's always more than one soulmate. We just usually only find one. But yeah, that kind of help you? Kind of help you figure out a little bit more understanding? Hey, that's crazy, bro. My condolences, yeah. Some things of that nature happen. But yeah. And if you need, bro, I got these. Next week, I'm going to probably send them out if you want to buy. 25 for the Santa, 20 for the Evil Eye. These are blessed by a ritual. You can check it out on my page if you're interested, plus shipping and handling, which will be like $5-10. So if you're interested, I blessed them with their presence, a whole ritual, bro. You can check it out on my page. All legit, you know what I mean? So they're good to go. And then I have some oil I can put on them for protection if you're interested. But yeah, I hope that helped you. I hope you got some more discernment. But yeah, that makes sense. All good reading. I'm thirsty. I got a cotton mouth from a cigarette. I do spell work. If you want to buy spell work, yeah. You want a love thing or attraction with your baby mom or something, a sweetening jar, some of that nature, yeah. Love spells, etc. If you want to get magma, we're gonna do a mare. A mare will just bring you back together and bind you together, but it's a little heavier magic. But love spell would be easier. Mares are a little heavy. Let me think about it and channel it, and then I'll message you, right? And we can see what we can do. It's gonna be a little spindy. If we do the mare, I have to get all these. I gotta get apples. I got the herbs already. Probably some. I'm gonna try to get some rose petals. So it's gonna be a good amount of money, but it'll be worth it. I'll fix it all up. I think I got. If you go down my page, you can see one of them, or if you go to my YouTube, you can see some of the love spells I've done. But all right, I'll message you about it.